Look, I might cop a little bit for this, but it does need to be said. Do you know what one of the biggest myths about Australia is? It's that rugby union is a major sport here and a big sport here. It's just simply not the case. Now, people from England and other parts of the world, when they come out here, they just assume that rugby union is a massive sport, and they get a surprise when they discover just how small it is. Now, people will accuse me of being a sore loser because I'm saying this after last night. The British and Irish Lions, a rugby union team, beat the Australian national rugby union team 27-19. Now, this game is big, huge crowd, lots of television. The television ratings will be enormous, and there'll be lots of attention in the newspapers. But it's a once in 12-year event. Let me introduce you to the Barassi line. This is a fictional line that you can see on the map there. And at the top, as it says, that it divides the country between Australian rules football and rugby league. Although the sections are very different, in terms of population, it's roughly half on either side. So if you go to the west of that line, and you go to a place like Melbourne or a place like Adelaide, if you ask someone on the street randomly, can you name a wallaby? They might not even know what you're talking about. And the odds are they won't be able to name a current wallaby or indeed any wallaby ever. Now, on my side of the line, where the cities of Sydney and Brisbane are, rugby league is by far the dominant code. Australian rules is making inroads into our side, and rugby league's making a few inroads into the other side. But rugby union is a minority, but it has some following on my side of the line, but it tends to be if you went to a private school, not exclusively, and a bit like the Ashes in England, and I'm aware of the fact that people will be saying, well, mate, aren't you aware that your own sport, cricket, has very much this problem in England? Sure. But for big events like the Ashes and like the Lions tour, then they transcend that. But away from those points of time, you'll just find that you open up an Australian newspaper or listen to some conversations at the pub, that you'll be hearing Australian rules football and you'll be hearing rugby league, by far the two dominant ones. Then in summer or when an Ashes tour is on, you'll be hearing cricket. And the fourth biggest sport is soccer, football. What comes after that? I don't know whether rugby union is fifth. You could make an argument about netball or horse racing or various other ones. It's certainly not a trivial sport, but it is not by any means the big sport that lots of people from England think it is.